It's a beautiful day at Devil's Lake State Park in Wisconsin today. It's supposed to get a little sunny. It's been drizzly all morning after all the rain yesterday, but it's pretty cool. It's in the 50s still, so we're dressed for the weather, making our way around Devil's Lake today. So we're starting out on the West Bluff Trail, heading up right now. So it was fairly gradually going up. Got a little more steep, and it kind of just looks like a big mound of rocks, but they're definitely laid out as steps. You're not quite to the top yet, but a little peak of Devil's Lake down there. Sun's trying to push out our clouds today. A little bit higher, we can see a little bit more up here now. This lake has a north shore, we see there. The south shore we'll make our way to. It seems to be quite the happening place. Lots of people come in for the day to hang out at the beach and picnic, and you can rent boats and stuff. They had music here the other night. They have food and store and all the fun stuff. So, place to be in Wisconsin, I guess. This that we're hiking today is part of the Ice Age Trail, which is 1,200 miles through the state. Seems pretty cool. There's a pretty view out there. So the trail we hiked over at Gibraltar Rock was also part of the Ice Age Trail. Seems like there's a lot of good sections to hike, but it made me think about how there's so many things that go into something greater, and for us as people, we contribute to things that are beyond ourselves, and I think people get caught up in themselves and not the greater picture of things. So I just think it's a good thing to keep in mind. Good portions of this trail are paved, so we were just talking about how that's gonna keep us a little drier today after major storms yesterday. Kind of nice. Lots of good viewing spots along this West Bluff Trail. So now we can see the South Shore area down here. Hello. Hi there. It is so pretty. As the school year's coming close to a beginning, I think of school as one of those things that everybody plays a part of something greater, that being the education of all those kids. So many people work together, all the teachers, administrators, support staff, and of course the families. So I think it's a great example. I'm excited to get back to the classroom to be a part of that for many kids and still do that at home with Caden. It'd be exciting. And we are nearing the South Shore. A little short walk on the sidewalk next to the little road that goes down here. Really pretty view of the lake though. Thought it was cool. You can have a motor, but it has to be electric, or you can do non-motorized boats. It keeps it cleaner. Pretty cool view. You can see the East Bluff and the West Bluff. So this is where we'll be making our way next. There's a little boardwalk we're walking on here. I think we'll make a snack stop at the South Shore area. We are leaving the South Shore area. Pretty cool to learn about the history of the area, how it was used years ago. The last hotel was taken down in 1946. So, quite a while ago. I guess it's been a popular spot to visit for years. So we're going to now take Grottoes Trail, then go back and find Balanced Rock, and then finally East Bluff to complete our big loop today. All of the stone there is pretty deep looking from below and above. Got a little chilly while we were sitting by the water with the breeze. I'm going to bundle up a little bit. I even have my gloves on now. I'm assuming I'll warm back up though. One of the cool and exciting things that I've been enjoying about recognizing that I'm part of something bigger is with Caden and Caleb, and learning that I don't need to do or feel like I should do everything, and that we can all work together to accomplish whatever goal it is, and it's okay to accept the help, and we all play a part. And I think especially for kids, it's good for them to learn that they have a role to play and they're valuable. So when Caden knows that he's doing something because it helps, he's a lot more interested in doing it. So this section of trail is not paved, but it's very defined and kind of sandy. Some little rocks. Color's really neat on some of these rocks. Very pink. It kind of makes it look like they've been painted. but it's natural to them. So this little portion of trail was built by the CCC. So that's always fun to see the projects they had them do. Lines in the rock are all really neat. And waves, ripples. So this was one time the area was under an ocean. So, and then went through the Ice Age. That's why the long trail is called the Ice Age Trail. It's kind of cool to see some of the indicators of those events. So I challenge you to think about what are some of the greater units that you are part of, the greater entities that you're part of, at home, at work, among your friends, if you're on a team, wherever you are, and think about the value you have in that as a smaller part, something greater, and also recognize who else is there with you. So who else can you count on? And I know sometimes, especially with work, people get overwhelmed with the idea like they have to commit so much. Oh, these flowers are pretty. They're so little. The yellow and purple is always so pretty together though. But what parts are actually part of your role, and what parts are you taking on that are more than you really need to or should? This is quite a hike up. It's pretty. All these big boulders here. Making our way to the top. Wow. There are a lot of vultures in this area for sure. So there's lots of cool rock features along this route. Really neat to see. Really fun to see the view out when it opens up. Looks like we're almost to another open spot. So this section is rated hard. Here's one that has a lot of the ripples. Pretty cool. But other sections other trails they have here. Definitely not hard. So that's the lake through there. And I wasn't sure if I guess it makes sense, but the red is kind of being covered up by the growth on the rocks. Really neat. All right, gotta keep climbing. We're having some fun checking out some climbing setups.
Nice job, solid send. That's alright, it's worth it.
We had some fun climbing in this park in a different spot yesterday at Elephant Rocks. We were saying that this looks like it has some good spots to come back to.
You earned it, that's awesome.
We took the Devil's Doorway little loops. We're going to see what this rock is about.
You want a picture with them?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we cut. Thank you. I know you see the dog. Focus on taking the picture. Here, Caitlin. The dog is right here. Look at the dog right here. One,
The dog's friendly if you want to pet her.
yes.
You want to say hi, Lulu? Go ahead. Her name is Lilu.
Hi, honey. She's like, oh yes, I love pets.
We are making our way down Balanced Rock Trail. It's quite a big downhill and a whole lot of rocks. Pretty fun. And there's Balanced Rock. Really pretty. And here's the North Shore from the East Bluffs Trail. Yeah, a cool little cave thing here. So many interesting things with these rocks. An amazing hike. Alright, so we are now on Elephant Rocks. This is where we were climbing yesterday. Went over edge further up there. Pretty cool. And this rock is so fun. This is Bison Rock for good reason. So I'm excited to show Kaden that one. He'll be very excited. Such a beautiful view though. I always think being out in the greatness of nature reminds us place in the world and reminds us who we are and what's important. So we're not far from the trail's end now. I hope you see your value and appreciate the value of others in all of your components of your world. I'll see you next time on the trail with Heart.